and welcome to Talking Sibos. I'm Nadine Dereza and I'm holding the fort for Sibos TV because Stephen is getting ready to moderate the big issue debate. And I've been busy on the exhibition floor. Earlier, I visited the Swiss FinTech Corner to find out more about their week at Sibos from the man in charge there. Yes, Yohann Perron, who's Strategic Marketing Officer at Alp ICT. I'm here at the Swiss FinTech Corner and I'm joined by Yohann Perron of Alp ICT. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, Yohann, what's your role here at Sibos 2016?
Well, I'm part of the co-organizer of the Swiss FinTech Corner, as you can see behind me. This is where all the Swiss FinTech startups are showcasing their technology. Actually, it's an initiative of the state of Geneva, Alp ICT, which is the cluster for digital in Switzerland, and the Swiss FinTech Association. And all together, we met with Sven, head of Sibos, to discuss this great opportunity to showcase the Swiss FinTech scene.
So do you have any success stories from the conference so far?
Oh, yeah. Actually, we were given the opportunity to present the Swiss FinTech scene during Sibos. So during lunchtime, we had the scene offered to us. And thanks to Peter Van and all his team, because that was brilliant. For 1 hour, we presented the whole ecosystem to the audience, which gave us a great exposure, of course. And then led all the people came here to continue discussion with the entrepreneur that were pitching there. That was great.
So why does Switzerland have so many fintech startups? What's the secret of your success?
Oh, I don't know. That's maybe because we have a lot of banks. Which actually, you know, if you look at the Geneva place and the Zurich area, the banks are quite a bit different. Geneva is more focused on the private bank, while Zurich area is where you have UBS, Credit Suisse and so on, is a bit more retail, but you have also a lot of private. And therefore the fintech that are developing there are also matching the local tissue of banks. So in Geneva, for instance, we have a lot of institutional investment fintechs developing, while in Zurich we have more personal finance fintechs, more focusing on the consumer experience.
So how have you chosen these particular startups to participate at Sibos?
Oh, that was quite easy, actually. The three co-organizers, we did a call for participation, received a lot of applications. Then we came up with this selection committee, because we did this little Leporello, presenting you all the Swiss FinTech that are here present today, where they are actually in Switzerland. And here we have all the selection committee. Sorry, it's not really convenient. Here at the bottom of the page, with the Swiss Crowdfunding Association, the Swiss FinTech Association, Swiss Finance Startups, F10, which is an accelerator in Zurich, and so on. Temenos, of course, which is a strong supporter of our initiative. So this is how we did it, basically.
What ideas have you heard this week that could be real game changers?
Oh, there are a lot, and they're actually here on the Swiss FinTech Corner, of course. Like the startup called One Visage, they're doing a 3D facial recognition authentication solution based on mobile technology, which is absolutely awesome, a must-see. Or Qumram, which is giving back 100% of transparency to the banks. Or like InvestGlass, which is a robo-advisor made for the bankers and not for the consumers. Like Wealth Arc, for instance.
And anybody else?
Yeah, Monetas, which is active in the crypto finance and blockchain technology like IBT as well. Also Weekend Fund, which is a crowd lending platform for SMEs. So loads of innovations and all dedicated to the bankers.
Well, Yohann Perron, thank you so much for joining us here on Sibos TV. It's been a great pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you, Nadine, for having me here. It was a great pleasure as well.
What a lovely gentleman, Yohann, and I particularly like the chocolates at the Swiss FinTech Corner. And yes, we'll have more from the Swiss FinTech Corner coming up here on Talking Sibos in just a moment. But now it's time for an update on the Swift game. So how is that leaderboard looking?
It was very entertaining.
Very good, I must say, right?
I enjoyed it. Actually, I've been trying it for 2-3 days. It's quite difficult, but now I think I'm getting hand of it.
Really pleased that being in Geneva, myself being Swiss, first of all, we're very grateful to host Sibos in Geneva, and I think choosing the Swiss cow is a bit of a symbol, so I was delighted to play.
I didn't do very well, but it's good, right?
987.
267, right?
I guess I could improve my score, but pleased if I have very humbly contributed to any charity. There are some good causes to support, so thank you Sibos, thank you Swift for what you're achieving.
So great to get an update on that leaderboard, and it's not too late to get down there and give the game a go. Please do, because the Anouk Foundation is making life better for families at a time when they need it most. Now, let's return to the exhibition floor for another visit to the Swiss FinTech Corner, where I met with entrepreneurs to find out more about what they're showcasing here at Sibos. Well, I'm now joined by Johann from Mathias. Welcome to the show, Johann.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's the start of the day. What are you hoping to get out of the opportunity to actually showcase your business here at Sibos?
Well, Sibos is the biggest conference in the financial industry worldwide. And all the central bankers, all the commercial bankers are here.
And what difference do you hope your product's going to make to the industry?
Firstly, it's the first time ever that we've had a single platform that can handle the whole spectrum of financial transactions. Today, the ecosystem in finance is very fragmented. There's lots of niche products that do different things, which means that if you do transactions between these different elements, then there's a lot of inefficiency that's introduced, time delays and errors. We have a single integrated platform that does the entire spectrum, from simple payments all the way to advanced products like derivatives and so on. Secondly, we have tremendously greater efficiency than legacy systems. Legacy systems are so expensive that today banks can't really make profits anymore from transactions. So in our system, we have orders of magnitude greater efficiency. It's about 1 million times cheaper to do transactions in our system than with legacy systems. And thirdly, our system enables people to be integrated into the global economy. We know that today, the majority of people do not have access to the formal financial system. They don't have bank accounts and credit cards. It's hard for us to believe here in an advanced country like Switzerland, but in Africa, 80% of the people are excluded from the global financial system. In South America, 60%, in Asia, 50%.
Now, Johann, I don't know if you've had a chance to look around Sibos, but you can't escape the fact that security is a huge theme this year. So is that something that you consider when you're actually creating your products?
Absolutely, that is front and center. We have a philosophy of security by design. So traditionally, people would build a product and then think afterwards how to put security into it. That doesn't work. We design it from the ground up with security in mind first and foremost. So yeah, that's the core of our system. When it's in the market next year, there'll be nothing to beat it on security.
So what if someone actually wants to invest in your product? Are you open for offers?
We are open for offers. We currently have our 4th investment round open, so yes, people can certainly invest.
We are very lucky to have Sibos this year in Geneva. We're pleased to see all those banks and brokers and clearing houses, but also we are very lucky to have a Swiss lounge welcoming InvestGlass and other fintech companies.
It's a real taste of Switzerland, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
And Switzerland is more than chocolate, so we also have fintech entrepreneurs.
Well, it's the beginning of the day here. What are you hoping to get out of the opportunity to actually showcase your business?
Well, I think there's two interesting things with Sibos. First, you can meet with other professionals and exchange some experience, some feedbacks, really understanding what works and doesn't work. And also it's a great business opportunity to meet with new prospects coming from all over the world in one place.
And what difference do you hope your product is going to make to the industry?
Well, so InvestGlass is a sales automation tool for wealth advisors. So we help them to be smarter, faster, and to make sure that they'll be richer as well. So we build it a bit like a Starbucks to increase the value of service by individualizing investment proposals.
I know security has been a huge theme at this year's Sibos. Is that something you actually consider when you're creating your products?
Well, you try to have as much security, I would say, barriers as possible. But, you know, as we say, when there's a safe, there's a thief. So unfortunately, you just try to do your best to be as clear and transparent as possible with your clients and providers, and we hope the best will occur.
So what if someone decides to invest in your company? Are you open to offers?
Yes, we are. We are looking for 2 million Swiss francs to expand our commercial activities throughout Europe and Asia.
What are you hoping to get out of your opportunity to showcase your business here?
Well, you know, there is more and more data coming from all over the place, and there is a big taboo in big data, which is data quality. So we're hoping to reach out all the fund industry professionals, and I guess specifically here in Sibos, we've thought that a compliance professional should be very interested by our approach to data quality management.
So what difference do you hope your product will make to the industry?
Well, by breaking the silos of traditional software vending, we're bringing a new level of productivity to the financial industry, to fund analysts and many other actors of this industry. So we're really willing to make them feel great about the data they're using, basically. That's what we want to do.
And security, I know, has been a big theme at this year's conference. Is that something you consider when you're creating your product?
Well, our technology can be installed completely locally at our clients' premises, so data is naturally secure. Now, at the system level, of course, if we bring better data quality overall, security overall will improve as well.
And what if someone decides they actually want to invest in your product? Are you open to offers?
Well, of course. I mean, so far we've been funding by partners and clients. But of course, we would love to find strategic partners, and we're open to discussions, clearly.
It's the beginning of the day, so what are you hoping to get out of the opportunity to showcase your business?
I mean, it's Sibos, we know it, it's a big event, a lot of people, a lot of interesting people, and so we just got to try to make the best out of it. So meeting a lot of people, meeting interesting ones, do the cherry picking, meeting potential prospects, potential partners, have a chat with them, show what we can offer, and listen what they can offer and see if there's a match.
And what difference do you hope your product is going to make to the industry?
Well, you know, I think we will have a big impact on the industry. Ever since the financial crisis, there was a lot of trust being lacked for the industry. The reputation went down for all the banking, which is a bad thing to do because the banks are the backbones of our society. And so what we do, we bring a lot of transparency back to the industry, at least for a small part, all the digital channels. And this will increase the trust and hopefully increase the trust in the entire industry. And Qumran will be part of this new success story.
Now, it's an understatement to say that security has been a big theme of this year's conference. Is that something you consider when you're actually creating your product?
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, fully focused on the digital channels, and what we do is a record keeping of everything that's happening. So the transparency again, and for security reasons, this is super important. We can distinguish if it's a human being, if it's an attacker, a bot, a machine, and we see that in real time, and can give the alert back to the organization, really help to protect their borders, help to protect their employees, and help to protect their customers in the end.
And Mathias, what happens if someone wants to invest in your business? Are you open to offers?
Well, you know, as a founder, I'm always interested if someone wants to invest buying a license of us. That's my first choice. Investors, we just closed the first round, but always interest, you know, always smart money is important. We're just expanding out of Switzerland, have an office in the UK, having first customers in the US. So whoever wants us to help on the international expansion, more than welcome to come and talk to us on stand G54.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you so much.
And that was just 4 out of a whole host of companies looking to pitch their products and services down at the lovely Swiss FinTech Corner. Well, coming up next on Sibos TV, the spectre of cyber threats. How can the industry fight back? And that's going to be in Conference Room 3, or you can watch it right here. We'll see you again later.